Okay, let me introduce to all the teachers. First of all, good afternoon to all the teachers. My name is Sai Savan, and I'm also a teacher like you all, and the key resource person for this bridge program for mathematics for grade 5. Now, let me start with why this bridge course is required. Uh, as you all know that new textbooks are being introduced as per NEP 2020 and NCF School Education 2023. New textbooks are introduced. Before that, we were having textbook based on NCF 2005. So the new curriculum goals are set, and according to that, the new textbook has been designed. Now, the we have to prepare the student for the innovative pedagogical approaches in new NCERT textbooks. So the pedagogical approach has changed. It has been like experimental learning is there, activity based learning is there, then learning by doing is there. So in order to bridge the conceptual learning gaps, we have to have this bridge course. So moving on, what is the duration and what should be the approach of the teacher while going through this bridge course? Now, if you see here, the duration is given as 6 weeks. This is a bridge course which is designed by NCERT. So for Goa, we'll be having this bridge course in the month of April. So it will be for only 4 weeks. So we have to stick to only 4 weeks. Then the approach,
Excuse me, sir.
yes.
As it is grade 5, the schools will be reopening in the month of June for grade 5. So the bridge course for grade 5 will be in the month of June.
Okay, in the month of June. Okay, fine. So now moving on. So, but it will be for 4 weeks. Then the approach of the bridge course will be activity based, and students should actively participate in the learning. So teachers have to ensure that all the students participate. Then focus on experimental learning. That this has to be games has to be taken, puzzles has to be taken, so that the student enjoy the learning and understand the concept rather than the rote memorization. Then teachers have to complete as many as activities as you can. Now the thing is, there are 33 or 32 activities which is mentioned in the breach course. So to complete all the activities, it will be difficult for many teachers because some teachers are going for the census duties and other duties. So it will be difficult for the teachers to complete all the activities. But try to see that you complete as much as activities as you can, and submit the report of the activities conducted to the SCRT later on. Okay. So I hope this is clear to all. Okay. Moving on. Now, before starting with the actual bridge course, I would like to tell you this, that is the understanding word problem through box diagram. This is very important. Now, many children struggle. You have seen that word problems are very difficult for them and due to several reasons. So, some of the reasons are mentioned over here, that difficulty in reading and comprehension. So now some of the schools are having Marathi medium till fourth standard. Then in fifth standard they are having English and all. So for them to grasp that the reading is the problem, because they will be reading it in English. So English will be very difficult for them. Okay, so reading is the major issue over there, and comprehend that, to understand that, it becomes very difficult for some students. Then the next reason which we have in the word problem is lack of mathematical vocabulary. So certain terms and terminologies which in mathematics are there, those terminologies have to be familiar with. The student have to be familiar with the vocabulary. Then big number sense and computational skill is one of the main reason, because some students at this level still don't have the number sense properly. To tell the number properly, it is becoming difficult for them. And computational skills also, like some student doesn't know how to add, multiply, divide. Then the major problem over here is trouble translating words into mathematical equation, because the word problem is given in words and students have to understand it by reading it. Then they have to convert it to a mathematical equation. So that becomes the major task for them, and it has become very difficult for them. So these are some of the reasons which I have mentioned. There are more also, but here the student has to read. The reading is very important over here. So even though the maths textbooks, student has to read, because to understand the mathematical vocabulary, it is very important that student should read. All right. Now, the topic over here was understanding the word problem through box diagram. So let us see what is the box diagram now. Now, box diagram helps students to decode a word problem and find the strategies to solve it. The use of the box diagram has already introduced in grade 3 and 4. So, as per the new textbooks, in grade 3 and grade 4, it is already been introduced. So, there is a need to reinforce it in grade 5 also. Now, let us see the three types of word problems which are asked. So, the three types are combine, compare, and change. And let us see how this word box diagrams can be used in this. Okay, so I request all the teachers please pay attention. This is also one of the activity which is mentioned in the bridge course. So first type of word problem is combined problem. Now combined problems are putting two or more separate parts together to make a total. So they are also called as part whole problem. So where the two parts are taken and they are combined together to get a total. So let us see what example over here. Now here the whole is unknown. So the total is unknown. So both the parts are known to us. So let us read the problem over here. Sumedha has three books. Ali has four books. Now by reading this, the student understand that these are the two parts. So part one is this three, the books which Sumedha has, and part two becomes four, the books which Ali has. Now, what is the question which is asked? How many books do they have altogether? So, by reading this, students should understand what is asked. It is a combined problem. So, they have to combine three and four. So, they have to just add up three and four to get the total. So, the total, whatever it is, they have to write over here. So, 3 plus 4 is 7. So they have to write over here. Now let us see the second type in the combined problem, that is one part is unknown. So let's read this. There are six students in the classroom and some more students in on the playground. So six students in the classroom is known to us and some more student that is unknown to us. So one part is given, the other part is not given, that is missing. So 6 becomes the first part and the second part is missing. Then further what is given over here is there are 20 students in all. So by reading this, students should know that the total is given. So total they have to write over here, that is 20. So how many students are there on the playground is the question which is asked. So the question
It looks like sir is having difficulty in his network. Just give him some moment. Get with that.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, hello.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Uh,
Yes, sir.
the network
Yes,
was
sir.
lost. So I'm back again. Is the screen visible now?
Not yet, sir. Not shall
No.
I
No,
Okay,
complete?
sir.
okay,
No, sir.
okay, okay, okay.
No, no, sir.
I'll share the screen again. Hello. Yeah. Is the screen visible now?
No, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
So
sir.
the I got interrupted at combined problem over here, or I was at the next problem.
Yeah, sir. Your network, there was an issue with your network.
So I was on this slide.
Combined problem. Yeah,
Combined
combined
problem.
problem.
Okay. The second part we were saying.
Yes, second part.
Okay. Okay.
Part
So
two. Part two.
part two. So part unknown. So there are six students. So six will come over here. That is part one, which is given, and part two is missing. So the question mark is there, and there are 20 students in all. So by reading this, students will know that this is a total which is given. So student will write the total in the top box. Okay. So how many students are there on the playground is asked. So students should uh, getting a disturbance. Please mute the mic. Okay. So 6 plus what will give you 20. So this question arises. So the answer over here is 6 plus what is 20. So 6 plus 14 is 20. I hope this is clear to all. Now moving on to the further slide. Okay. Next type of problem is compare problem. Compare problems are when two sets are compared and to find the. Now in this also there are three types. So when the difference is unknown, when the lesser set is unknown, when the greater set is unknown. So when the difference is unknown, let us read the problem now. I'm getting echo. Please mute the mic. Hello. Requesting teachers to please mute the mic. I'm getting echo. Hello. Okay. So let us read the problem. The small box has 3 oranges and the larger box has 7 oranges. So there are two sets over here. One is the smaller set, one is the greater set. The small box is the smaller set and the larger box is the greater set. So always write the larger set on top and the smaller set down box. Okay. And difference is written over here. Okay. So now how many more oranges does that large box have than the small box? So by reading this, how many more oranges does the large box have than the small box? By reading this, the student should know that the question is on the difference. So they have to compare this both the boxes. So 7 and 3. So by comparing these two boxes, they will know that 7 minus 3 they have to do. So the answer is 4. So the difference over here is 4. Now, let us see the next type when the lesser set is known. Now, the problem which is given over here is Kaya has 3 more pencil than Maya. So there are two-person, Kaya and Maya. And Kaya is having 3 more, so it will be all on the larger side. And Maya will be on the smaller side. So now the Kaya has 3 more pencil. The difference is given. So students should be able to understand by reading this that the difference is given, and this difference he has to write over here. Then in the next statement which is given is Kaya has 7 pencils. So 7 he has to write over here because Kaya has a larger set. And now the question which is asked over here is how many pencil does Maya have? So Maya is the lower set, the lesser number set. So that you have to write the question mark. Now, the larger set is 7 and the difference is given as 3. So what will be Maya will be having? How many pencils Maya will be having is the question. So 7 minus what will give you 3 is the question. So the answer over here is 4. So this is how the student has to understand the word problem. The last problem, which is in the compare part, that also I'll take. The greater set when it is known. There are two person over here, Avi and Gaurav. Now Avi has 9 fewer points. Now over here it was more, and here it is fewer. So fewer points meaning it is lesser set. So you can make out that Avi is having lesser set. So Avi is having lesser set, and Gaurav is having the larger set. So Avi has 2 points. So whatever the Avi is having, you have to write over here. So 2 points. Now Avi has 9 fewer points, so that means the difference is given as 9. And what is the question over here? How many points does Gaurav have? So what minus 2 will give you 9 is the understanding which students should develop and should be able to answer the question the same way. So the answer over here is 11. So let us move on to the next, that is the third type, is the change problem. The change can happen in two ways. Either it can go up or it can go down. So either it will increase or decrease. Okay, when the starting number is given, we have to look out for the change. Now here also there are three different types. The first type, let us see, when the end is unknown. Okay, so start part we know, but the end part is unknown, but we also know the change over here. So let us understand this by reading the first problem over here, word problem. So Shirley has 3 ribbons, so that is the start part. Then Shrey gives her 2 ribbons, so that is the change now. Now Shrey gives, so it becomes, it has increased, so it will be 3 and change is +2. Then how many ribbons does Shirley have now? So that becomes the end part. So answer over here is 3 plus 2. So it will be 5. There is one more problem which is given, that is having decrease. Shirley has 3 ribbons. So which is shown over here 3. And she gave Shrey 1 ribbon. So that is the change. Now she has given it. She already had 3 and she is giving. So the change is decreasing change. So it will be -1 as shown over here. Now, how many ribbons does Shirley have is the question. So here it is very simple. So 3 minus 1, which is 2. Now, the slide which I have taken over here, I have made some changes over here because I would like to tell you all the teachers that the document which is forwarded by NCERT has, I have gone through it all, and it has many such typing errors. So please refer to it, and as per your understanding, you make the necessary changes and execute the activities in your class. Okay, here there was some error, so I made some changes. So I'm telling you right now over here. So next type of problem, when the change is unknown. So this part, the top part is unknown. So let us see this example. Misha
Excuse
has,
me, sir.
yeah, tell
Excuse
me.
me, sir. There are some teachers who are wanting to join but are not getting added. Can you just look
Okay,
into the matter?
okay, I'll see.
There is a limit to the people we can add. There is a 500 people limit over here. So we cannot add more than that. That's why those people are on the waiting list. Once the number lowers, we will be able to add.
Okay,
Then
okay,
continue, sir.
okay, yeah. So let us see this now. When the change is unknown. Okay, so Misha has 9 laddus, so that it becomes a start. Kahin gave her some more laddu, so that is the change which is unknown. Now she has 12 laddus, so final total is the end is given. How many did Kahin give her? That is the question. So what was the change? So 9 plus what? So the answer has to be 3. So 9 plus 3 is 12. So this part the student has to know by reading it, and by using this box diagram, they have to come up with the strategy. So I'll take the next word problem. So what is that? Misha has 9 laddus. So start is known. And Misha gives Kahin some laddus. So Misha is giving. So the change is negative. So it is giving. Now she has 2 laddus left. So there is a mistake over here. So the answer, final answer is 2 over here. So 9 minus what will give you 2? There is a printing mistake over here. So it is 2. So 9 minus what is 2? So 9 minus, the answer has to be 7 over here. So this is how the student has to solve the word problem. So the last one I will take now. When the start is unknown, the change is known, and the end is known. So Maya has some stickers. The start is not known. So there is a question mark here. The Madhav gave her 4 stickers. So the change is positive, which is plus 4. Okay. Now Maya has 11 stickers at the end. So 11 is the end. So what should be the start value? So start plus 4 should give you 11. So the expected answer from the student should be 7. 7 plus 4, that is 11. Same way, the last word problem from this I'll take, that is Maya has some stickers. So start is unknown. Then she gives 4 stickers to Madhav. So there is a decrease change. So minus 4. Now Maya has 11 stickers. The final end is known. So what minus 4 will give you 11? So answer is 15. So student has to answer using this box diagram and come up with the strategy to solve this word problem. All right. So let us move on further. Now, this bridge course was developed by NCRT with 6 weeks duration, and the total number of activities you can see, there are 6 plus 5 plus 6 plus 5 plus 6 plus 5. So total there are 33 number of activities, and I have found that one of the activity is repeated. So total there are 32 activities which are there, and there are activities which can be taken in individual, in pairs, or in groups. So you can select whichever activities you want to take and try to finish the as many activity as you can. Okay. So with this, I finish with the starting part. Now let us move on to the actual bridge course part. So week 1, the first activity which is given over here, that is the dice game on place value table. Place value. Now, the competency goals are mentioned over here. So I would like to tell you that the competency goals are given in this NCF 2023, that is National Curriculum Framework 2023. So you have to go through it and find the necessary competencies and the curriculum goals in this presentation, in this PDF. So the page number over here is 200 and wait, this is for the preparatory stage. It's 273. So you have to go through this content. Read what is CG 4.1, so you can go through it and finish off with this. So there are 33 activities, so I'll try to finish at least 15 16 within this given time. So half an hour is left, so I'll start with the first activity. So dice game on place value. This is very simple activity which the duration is 30 minutes, and nature of the activity, you can form a group. So how this activity is to be taken out? So you have to create 4 groups, namely A, B, C, D. So group A will roll the die first. Will be rolling a die 3 times. So you will get 3 numbers on the die. So those will be the digits. For example, first time you roll a die, you get 1. Second time you roll a die, you get 2. Third time you roll a die, you get 3. So we will get three digits, 1, 2, and 3. Now the students have to, the students who are there in group 1, group A, will have to prepare two numbers. Okay, and see that the students will prepare two numbers in such a way that you will get a bigger number. So for example, I'm getting 1, 2, 3. So I can have a larger number over here is 321. The other largest number which I can have is 300 and say 12. Okay. So like this, the student will prepare two different three-digit numbers. Okay. So that is the step 2 which is covered. Now the group will make the largest three-digit number will be the winner of the round. So similarly, the group A, how they have prepared, group B will also prepare by throwing the rolling a die three times. The C will also prepare two numbers, and D will also prepare two numbers. So the larger three-digit number will be the winner. So group A, if has the largest number, then group A will be the winner of that round. Same way, now let us see step 4. Same way, the same activity can be carried out for such 5 rounds. Okay, so you will get 5 such numbers. Each group will have 5 such numbers. So they have to add all the 5 numbers and get the total. And the total then have to be compared with the all the groups. The whoever is having the largest total will be the winner. Now here a teacher can put a twist that the score should not exceed 9,991. So total should not exceed that. So that care has to be taken by the students and select the numbers out of two, because for every round they will be choosing two numbers. They will be preparing two numbers. So they have to select one number from each side and see that the total should not cross 9,999. So other twists which can teacher can put over here is the group which gets the least score will be the winner. So this is also the other way around of asking the question by doing this activity. Okay, so let us move on to the next one, estimating numbers. Now, I have read this and I felt this activity actually teacher can explain in class, but this activity can be done more at home. So this activity you can give it for homework. So let us read this activity. There is a story which is given over here. This is having competency goal CG 3.1 and duration is 30 minutes and it's a group activity. So the story which is given, the Salman along with his Abu has gone for a namaz. He asked his father, Abu, how many people are there in namaz? His father replied, around 200. So how he must have calculated that question has to come in student's mind. Then he replied, there are approximately 20 people in one row and roughly there are 10 rows. So he multiplied 20 into 10 and got answer 200 approximately. So this is the way the problem is solved, which is shown there. Then there is a further part to this story. Then they came out of the mosque. They see a garden with patterns of sampling. Salman's father asked him, without counting the sampling, can you find the total number of sampling? He says, yes, there are 20 sampling. So this 20 samplings are shown over here. So how he must have calculated is, he must have calculated how many rows are there and how many columns are there. So by looking at the figure, you can make out there are 4 rows and 5 columns. So 4 into 5, the answer is 20. So this example which is given over here, the same examples can be given, or some different example can be given by the teacher. And certain questions can be asked, which are given over here. So main thing over here is students should know how to estimate the given number. So for example, which is given over here, guess the number of children standing for the morning assembly in your school. So student should not go there and count. Students should estimate it. So by looking at the number of lines and how many students are standing in line approximately, they have to find out by multiplying the number of lines and number of students standing in the lab. So by doing that, student can tell the answer to this question. Then next, guess and write the weight of any of your friends. So by looking at the person, the student should be able to estimate the weight of the person, or you can say height of the person. Then uh, he should ask the friend the actual weight, and then he should compare the actual weight and the guessed weight. So he will develop the skill of estimating the weight or whatever the quantity height correctly. Next one is guessing and writing the distance from your school from your home in meters. So we can always we use this very often when we tell some people that from here the place is so far, so 5 kilometers from here. So we don't actually calculate, but we estimate and tell the other person. So that skill needs to be developed over here. So this is showing that to find out the actual distance from your home to the school, and ask the student to guess first. Guess what will be the distance from your school to home in meters, and ask student also that how he must have calculated using footstep or by using meter scale. This type of questions you can ask. Okay, and you can also ask for the more such situation from your daily life where you can make this estimations. So the learning outcome over here would be the estimating the numbers. So students will develop that skill of estimating the numbers. So let us move on to the next activity, making number with flashcards. So making numbers with flashcard, the teacher has to prepare the flashcards having numbers from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and last 0. So these flashcards have to be prepared and put in a, non-transparent bag. Okay, and this is an individual activity, so you can call one student. It is having 30 minutes, so 30 minutes will be enough to uh, cater all the students, but you can have this activity for the 2 periods if possible. Okay, so it is very easy activity. So students will be asked to take 2 cards from it. Okay, for example, say 6 and 5 is taken out. Okay, they have to prepare two-digit numbers. So if 6 and 5 is taken out, the two-digit number which can be formed is 65 and 56. So they have to write it over here. Okay. Then write the number in expanded form using tens and 1. So number 65 will be written as 6 into 10 plus 5 into 1 over here. Then same way the other number has to be written over here, that is 56. That can be written as 5 into 10 plus 6 into 1. Then write the number name. Write the number name. So 65 you have to write in words over here, and 56 also you have to write in words. Then you have to write the sum of the two numbers. So 65 plus 56, what is the sum? That you have to write over here. Then write the difference of the two numbers. So 65 minus 56, what is the answer? That you have to write over here. So this is a very simple activity for the students which you can carry out. Then this activity can be further modified and taken for 3-digit number. So instead of taking 2 flashcards, the student has to take out the 3 flashcards and make 2 numbers and repeat the same procedure again. So write the 3-digit numbers form over here and over here. So 2 numbers will be written over here. And same way, now you have to use 100 also. So for example, the number is 123. That number will be written as 1 into 100 plus 2 into 10 and 3 into 1. So like that, the number should be written over here in expanded form, and then write the number names. So as I have explained over here, same way it has to be written over here, and then you have to write the sum and the difference of the two numbers. So this is a very easy activity which a teacher can take in the class. Now, addition of two numbers using teens block. Now, it is mentioned over here that it is having competency goal 1.3, duration 30 minutes, nature of activity is individual. And it is mentioned here is to encourage student to add and subtract using Dean's block, and teacher can make or arrange wooden blocks from the market and bring them to the classroom. Now, I don't know if it is possible for all the teachers in all the school, but I would suggest instead of using the Dean's block, we can make use of straws. So one straw, now over here, this yellow color blocks represent ones, and this green color blocks represent tens, this blue color block represent 100, and this red color block represent 1000. So instead of using this Dean's block, a teacher can make use of a straw. So one big straw like this will represent 10. Then make 10 pieces, equal pieces of that straw, that each equal pieces can be taken as one. Okay. Then each straw can be made a bunch of 10 straw to make this blue color block. So it will be 100. Then a bunch of straws, make another 10 bunch of straws and group them together to make this red color block. So it will be 1000. So this is what I suggest. But if you can do it with Dean's block, then it is better. No issues with that. So instead of Dean's block, there is an alternate solution for this, which I feel is using straws. Okay. So now over here, before starting, I'll tell you there is a mistake over here in the solution. That is step 3. So let us see this first. So by looking at this number 2345, we can make out that 5 is at ones place. So there are 5 ones, and 4 is at tens place. So there are 4 tens, and 3 is at hundreds place. So there are 3 blue color blocks, and 2 red color blocks, which represents 1000. Similarly, the second number is formed. So 1000 red color block is there, then 200 blue color blocks are there, 3 green color blocks which is representing 10, and 3 yellow color blocks are there which is representing 1. Now I have to combine the block. That means I'm going to add the two numbers. So by adding this, I get 1, 2, and 3. So which is correctly shown over here. Now the blue color blocks, if I add, I get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is also correctly shown over here. And then next there are 1, 2, 3, 4, and 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 3. So total 7. That is also correctly shown over here. Then here 5 plus 3. So that is 8. That is also correctly shown over here. Now in step 3, you can see, count all the respective blocks. So we have 3000. Yes, it is correct. Then it is saying 600, which is completely wrong. So here it is 500. Then here it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tens. But here it is mentioned as 5 tens. So it is purely a typing error, which I feel. So teachers should look at this problem in a very careful manner and take this activity. And last, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 ones. So instead of this 6, it has to be 8 ones. So the final answer is 3578, not 3656. Okay. And you can ask students to do this following addition using Dean's block, or you can use, instead of Dean's block, you can use straws as per your need. Now, next activity is subtraction using Dean's blocks with regrouping. The same way, using Dean's blocks, you can show the subtraction. So first two steps are same. Now you have to do the subtraction. Here also there is a problem. Here it is said that let us subtract 1273 from 2345, but over here they have said from 2345 subtract is minus 1233, but the number which was given is 1273, so they have took it wrong over here. So please make a note of that. Okay, so how to subtract now? So the number is 2345, which is given over here. Okay, now you have to take away all the blocks corresponding to 1273 from the 2345. So what we have to do? First, I have to hello. Ah, First, I have to take out three from ones. So I have will take out one, two, three. So how many will remain? Two. So which is correctly shown over here. Then there are four tens, and I have to take out seven tens, which is difficult. So I have to break this blue color block, which is showing it is 100, which is representing 100. So if I break this blue color block, so I will get how many tens? I will get 10 tens. So 10 tens plus this 4 tens. So to total will be 14 tens. So 14 tens minus 7 I have to remove. So 14 minus 7. So the answer is 7. So the answer over here is 7, which is shown correctly over here. Okay, now we are left with two blue color block, which is representing 100. Now I have to take out 2, as per it is shown over here. I have to take out 2, so no blue color block will remain, so which is correctly shown over here. Then we had two red color blocks, which is representing 1000. I have to take out 1, so 1 will remain. So the final answer is 1072. So teachers should show them how to regroup, or how to break the block and how to use it. That teacher has to show the student and do this activity accordingly. And teacher can make use of these problems also for your reference. Okay, let us move on to the next part, making a 4-digit number. So this is also a very easy activity, making 4-digit number. So here teacher can make number cards like 100, 200, 300, 400, so on till 900. Same way 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 till 90, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 till 9. Now here ask students to form a group of 4 to 5 students and selects some number cards from the to form a number, and ask questions to each group. Now here the question is form a 4-digit number. So if you have a 3-digit number which is last, it is difficult for you to make a 4-digit number. So I suggest to have a number cards of 1000, 2000, 3000, and so on till 9000 also. It's shown over here, like here, 1000, 2000, 3000 till 9000, then 100, 200 till 900, 10 to 90, and 1 to 9. Okay, so these are the questions which can be asked. So I would like to tell you the last question first, because these are very easy. Form a 4-digit number in which 3 comes at 100 place, and 3 comes at 1000 place, and 8 comes at 1 place, and 3 comes at 100 place, and it is less than 2000. So this is very easy to form. But the last question I would like to tell you, that is form a 4-digit number in which 9 comes at the tens place and the number is less than 1000. Here it is contradicting the statement actually. Uh, Create a form of 4-digit number, but it should be less than 1000. So if it is less than 1000, it will not be the 4-digit number, it will be a 3-digit number. So I don't know, maybe purposely they have put this question so that students should have an understanding of 4-digit and 3-digit number. So you can take this problem very carefully in the class, because forming a 4-digit number which is less than 1000 is not possible. The student will have the number which is less than 1000 will be 999, which is not a 4-digit number, that is a 3-digit number. So maybe there is a mistake, or it is purposely put, I don't know. Okay, next question. Then this further activity can be modified for the students. The student can be asked to pick up the two cards so that your total sum is 600. So this is very easy. So student can pick up two cards, for example, 200 and 400. So it will give sum of 600. So teacher can modify this question as in how you want. And the next question is pick up any two digit whose difference is 52. So pick up any three digit whose difference is 52. So here also you can take up two three digit number and let student think and come to the final answer, that is 52. Okay. Now note for this teacher is given over here that through such activities student gets the opportunity to see and play with thousands of number and expand their understanding. So this is a very important activity which every teacher should have tried to do this in your classroom. Now let us see the next activity, making number. Hello,
So I
hello.
have an announcement to make.
Yeah.
I've shared a form link in the chat box. Kindly fill
Okay.
all the participants who are here. They have to fill it out. So please look into it. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. So I'll continue with this activity now. So this activity is same activity, making numbers with number cards. So with the number cards, you are making a numbers. Okay, but there is a part to this. So teacher is recalling certain thing. So what is that? He has taken an example 375 and asking some question. The number of ones are 375. So to go with this, the teacher should first ask how many. What is the ones place over here? So ones place is the digit at ones place is 5. Then what is the digit at tens place? So digit at tens place is 7. And what is the digit at 100 place? The 100 place digit is 3. So that is the first question to be asked. Then the number of ones which can be formed using 375 is 375. Then this is a very important question which I felt. Uh, what are the number of tens which can be formed? The answer is 37, because if you multiply 37 into 10, the answer is 370. At 370 you can form tens, but 5 is left out because 5 is less than 10. Okay, then the number of 100 is also one of the question. So if you multiply 3 into 100, you get 300. And what is left out is 75. So 75 is less than 100. That you can ignore. Okay. So same type of questions can be asked after forming the word. Also after forming the number using these cards. Now here teacher has told student to form the number 2730. So student has taken 2000, then 730 and made this number. Now the question over here is how many ones are there in 2730? The answer should be 2730. Then how many tens are there in 2730? So 273 is the answer, because 273, if you multiply to 10, you will get 273. So 2730, which is equal to that number. No numbers are left. Okay. And last is a very simple question. What are the digits at ones place and tens place? I'm getting the disturbance. Okay. What are the digits at ones place and tens place? Hello. I'm getting the disturbance. Sorry. Okay. So what are the digits at ones place and tens place? That is the final question. So that is also very easy to answer. So ones place is 0 and tens place is 3. So this activity you can take up by slowly you can increase the number size and take the activity. This is very easy activity. Now next activity is making patterns. Now you can draw these patterns on the board and tell the students to make the pattern using repetition, or so you must tell the student to use their creativity over here and make the patterns. The other way around, teacher can have this activity by making a craft. So first tell the students to get the craft paper and scissor, and by cutting it in different shapes, make certain number of shapes and use those shapes for having the your own pattern. So student can make use of those uh, cutouts to make their own pattern. So this is how this activity student can easily do in the class. Then combine, compare, and change problem I have already taken up before I started this bridge course. Then this revision of number operation. This is also very easy activity. See, this kind of worksheets you can prepare and give it to the student and tell student to answer this. So this is very easy. You should get answer as 165 with two numbers. So the simple answer would be 100 plus 65 will give you 165. The now the same thing you have to do using three different numbers. So simple answer will be 100 plus 60 plus 5. So student can come up with different answers, and you can also change this number and change this pattern also if you want. Okay, so this is very easy activity which you can take in your class. Then number 25. Now here the operation is subtraction. So here you have to be very careful, and students also have to be very careful. So the easier answer would be over here is 30 minus 5 will give me 25. Same way, I have to get this answer by subtracting it twice. So I will use say 40 minus 10, so which will give me 30. Then minus 5 will give me 25. So students should develop the skill of thinking it creatively and come up with the creative answers in this. Then one more diagram is shown there, and there are the question which is related to this figure especially. One figure is given, how it is found. So 12, how it is found. So 6 multiplied by 2 gives you 12. Okay. Here there is a mistake. Is 15 minus 3 is 12. The minus sign is not shown over here. Then 10 plus 2 is 12. Then 24 divided by 2 is 12. And over here, I think it is mistake. It is 3 multiplied by 4 is 12. So the sign over here is plus, which is wrong. Then here 3 plus 9 is 12. So please go through this carefully, because there are many mistakes which I have personally found. Okay. So here also students should be able to answer this, and the questions are given over here to answer this. So for one, add one 2-digit and one 3-digit number to get 156. So we want 2-digit number. So the 2-digit number could be 56, and one 3-digit number. So that number can be 100. So 100 plus 56 can give me 156. So this is how you can solve this. So there are many other questions which are given. So you can use these questions and answer this following question and write it over there. As- Then next we have jumpy bumpy tail. So this is a activity which teacher can take up in the on the ground. So on the ground, teacher should make a number line like this up till say 30 or 40 depending on the ground size. Okay, and can conduct this activity. So what is this activity is, see, Fauzia jumps 2 steps at a time with total 12 jumps, then stops. Then Pano jumps 3 steps at a time with total of 9 jumps, then stops. Then there is another person, Bhaskar, who is watching them, said Fauzia has jumped 12 times, so she has covered more distance than Banu. Then teacher will be a facilitator and will whether the Bhaskar has done the correct observation or not. So students have to do this activity and see personally how the answer is formed. So Fauzia is jumping 2 steps, and how many times? 12. So it will be 2 multiplied by 12. So the answer will be 24. Same way, Bano jumps 3 steps, and she will jump 9 times. So 3 into 9 will be 27. So 24 and 27 are the two values which you get. So the 27 is the highest value. So the Bhaskar observation was incorrect. So Bhaskar said that Fauzia has covered more distance, but over here Bano has covered the more distance. The same activity with the different numbers can be taken uh, in the on the playground or also in the classroom if the space is enough. Okay. Next we have palindromic numbers. That is a spatial number. So what is this activity? Uh, you have to create a table and create this worksheet and give it to the student. This activity, though it is said that it is duration is 30 minutes, it will take more than 30 minutes, I feel, because there is a multiplication also it is involved, and for fifth standard multiplication of three-digit number will take some time. Okay, so over here it is said that it is plus and minus, but the answer over here which is given is by multiplying this 111 and 111. So you get this palindromic number, that is 12321. So for those teachers who don't know what is palindromic number is from left to right and right to left, it is the same number. So it is 12321 from left to right, and from right to left also it is same. So 12321. Okay, so first from 111 and 111, if you add you get 222. Then if you multiply these two, then you will get this. Okay, so students uh, should be given this worksheet and should be asked to do this, complete this worksheet and answer this question over here. I think the time is already up.